Amazing. Amazing this young man is. The trap lord himself. Give him a big round of applause. Amazing. I've been seeing him in the community for years, citizens. Give him a big round of applause. And after I saw him in the community, I saw him on the charts, have the beat. Yep. Give him a big round of applause. And I saw him on the charts. I saw him on the stage, have the beat. Give him a big round of applause. Then I saw him on the TV screen. Then I saw him on the movie screen. Every day it's a movie. But what I see now, man, as I see based on this album, Darold, I see a vision. I see evolution. If there was ever a way to see it, if it could manifest itself in a human form, I think when you tune into this album and you listen to the topics and the subjects that he speak on so eloquently and so transparently, to me, there are a few albums that I say have wings on it, and it's because of its substance. It ain't because of if it chart or not. It ain't because of who's featured on it. It's because of its impact. This is one of those you want to sit down, you're going to party to it, and while you're partying, you're going to be thinking at the same time about, wait, what's happening when the song goes off? What happens when the club ends? What happens when the tour is over? And you got to really reflect and deal with life, not just the life in the present, but the life that you shunned. You swept it under a rug. You ignored it. We all do that.
Facts.
I do that myself. Sometimes I know things aren't aligned with myself, but I got enough toys in my life where I could have fun. You know, I know enough people where I could just get on the road and do some things, and I don't have to deal with it. I dare say this man dealt with it on this album. Welcome him back to the show. This is our family right here. The one and only Ferg is here. Ferg is here. Ferg! Hey! Come on.
Feels good to be back.
Oh, man.
In a minute.
I know. Last time I came here, I rapped for about a whole hour with Chance to Rap.
Yo.
That was a moment.
That was legendary.
Yo, I stayed for, when I came and stayed, I did an interview for myself and then like stayed through like Chance's interview and just I rapped for mine and then I rapped for his.
And
that
Taylor Bennett,
his
brother.
Taylor and his brother, but that spoke to your heart. Last time, where were we when we saw Ferg last?
Fat Man Scoop Memorial.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. That touched me. I was performing at the Apollo. It was at the Apollo, and when I realized that Fat Man Scoop's casket was in front of the stage, it rocked me.
Yeah.
I just came down to my knees to touch the casket, and it was just like I kind of like just got shook up.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know that either. I was one of the hosts, and when I went on the front of the stage and saw the casket and saw his family.
Yeah.
You know, it just for me, man, having seen his rise, knowing him before he became the Fat Man Scoop that everybody knows now, watching him work with Tommy Boy and doing all the things he could to hustle to get to that point, I think it's important that when we grieve, we do it collectively. Right, and I was happy to see you there. I was happy to see Jim Jones there. I was happy to see everybody that came out, Webstar, to support his family like that. I think we're reaching that point. We've reached that point in the culture, in the community, where we have to deal with those things all the time. So it was good to see you there. But I was happy to see you.
Yeah.
All right, give it up for Ferg, man. Ferg, who are you, bro? Who are you, man? It's when Trap Lord came out in what, 2013?
Yeah.
2013, in 11 years, when I listen to this album, I want to know, who is this man? What are his thoughts? When you reflect on this career, feel like you have a lot to say about life and about even career, this industry. Who are you today, man?
It was a lot to unpack. I'm Darold today.
Okay.
Darold is an artist, an artist of different mediums. You know, I could paint, I can design clothes. I went to art school, art and design high school. That's where I met a lot of my good friends that I'm still friends with to this day. And I'm also a musician. I'm a battle rapper. I'm a guy that come from Harlem. I'm flamboyant. I'm a goat. I'm a genius. I'm a futurist. I see things before they happen. I could look at a canvas and see colors and things that before they even happen, and then I go and hit the brush and voila, it happens. I could look at clouds and see Mickey Mouse from the clouds, the form of the clouds. I look at marble and I could see a face in the marble. Like, that's who I am.
You always had that ability?
Yes.
Was it always nurtured when you were younger?
Yes. I mean, my dad, he designed the Bad Boy logo and the Uptown Cats logo.
That's right.
For Andre Harrell.
Give it up for Senior. Come on, Darold.
That's huge.
Come on,
Yeah.
come on.
He printed a lot of shirts for he actually did some stuff for Noriega. I think he did his logo as well. Go Hard Boys. That's the biker crew in Harlem, Shay. Yeah, Teddy Riley, Dapper Dan was his mentor. Alpo Martinez, the known drug dealer, he brought him his first machine, silkscreen machine. He printed shirts. I mean, he did shirts for Nicky Barnes back in the days. Richard Porter was one of his best friends.
Y'all watched the Paid in Full movie, you'll know these names.
Yeah. My father was actually supposed to be in the Paid in Full movie, but he turned the role down because he didn't like the what it was representing.
Okay.
Yeah. They shot a movie. I forget the name of the movie in his store. Where T at? Oh, my uncle not here.
Yeah.
Yeah, which somebody's gonna pop up in the comments
and tell you the name of the
what
movie.
The movie is. Yeah.
So this
I
album.
think Kevin Hart was in it.
Kevin Hart was in the movie.
Yeah. I think Snoop Dogg was in my pop's store too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So is this album about you and him?
No, this album is about Darold and what makes Darold. So it's about me and my family and the trials and tribulations of who Darold is, what actually, the energy that makes me. Whether it's like my father, my mom. My mom is on the album. She's on a song called Chosen with Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
I got Dapper Dan, who's like my oracle.
He's like, it feel like y'all doing like an interview throughout the whole process. Is that, or what was his involvement? How did you see?
So when I looked at this album, I kind of looked at it like The Matrix and how they had a spiritual guide. They'll go see the old black woman in the projects, and she was the oracle, and she told Neo he was the one, and she said basically, just jump and trust yourself, type thing. That's how I look at Dap. Like Dap to the world is a designer. To me, he is the Baba. He is the guy I go to for spiritual guidance and things like that. He's 70-something years old.
Yeah.
He's vegan. He's plant-based.
Yeah.
He's probably like one of the first vegans in Harlem. And a lot of things he say make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dapper Dan, man, we had him up here, and it was just like a lecture hall.
Get his book, too.
Right? I pulled up some lyrics, man. Where are my lyrics at here, bro?
I love this.
Yeah, man.
This album is about the lyrics.
It's
for
about
sure.
the.
Yes, it is.
It ain't even like the beats is amazing.
Yeah.
I have amazing producers on there, but the lyrics, when you take the beat away, that's where it is. The lyrics.
The lyrics, bro.
People need to read this like a book.
I felt like that just going through the process. I just wrote down a bunch of notes, and I was like, this is one of those. This is you. People like Ab-Soul, it's
funny. I just did a double XL with a freestyle with Ab-Soul and Sauce Walker.
Ooh.
Yeah. Check that out when you
Yeah. You guys sit down, listen to the lyric artist to me.
Yeah.
Can we go over a few?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, all right, good, man. Where's my Alive lyrics here? I'm gonna start with verse 3.
Yeah.
Let's do a lyrical breakdown.
I can break it down like whatever you want.
On Sway in the morning.
There's a lot in this song, Alive. Right?
So good.
Fuck it, I'm gonna start with verse 1. Meditate to stop all of the brain fog. Logged out and turned Instagram off. God whispered, take all of them chains off. Was that really a moment?
Yeah. I went to Liberia so I was a part of a program called Uniform. Shout out to Chit Liberty. He brought me in, and he was doing a program where he was making uniforms for kids in Africa and Liberia. So how it works is he'll collab with an artist or somebody with influence, and he'll basically help their economy and their factories, because when the Ebola happened, people stopped ordering stuff from them because they didn't want to get contaminated goods. But it was like all good stuff. Like they just didn't have no business. So he created a business in Liberia where he could take all of the fabrics, make stuff with his influencer friends or friends of influence, and sell stuff in Bloomingdale's. Bloomingdale's, and the proceeds will go back. Some of the proceeds will go back to the kids in Africa to like build things and create uniforms. So I said, in order for me to be a part of this, I gotta come see the operation. So me and my mom and my uncle, we flew out to Liberia. We was in West Point, Liberia. And we went to a place called DuPont Palace. That's what it's called. And we went out there and literally seeing kids walking outside of the factory with the uniforms on because they didn't have clothes. So they were just wearing the clothes. They was wearing the uniform just for clothes, playing soccer in their uniforms. I mean, like, you know, it was a beach with like dead rats next to the fish that they were scaling. We went through the huts. I met a little girl named Gifty, who like super beautiful little girl, energy out of this world, excited about life, but had so little.
Yeah.
And she lived in a small hut, and it's like made out of cement. It's like a jail cell with like a small TV for like a family of 11, which would be like a family for like it'll be a place for like a family for like 3. And I'm like, wow, these people are so happy, and they don't even have that much. And when I came back home, I started giving away mad of my jewelry.
You gave it away?
Yeah. I was giving away a lot of my jewelry.
Wow.
And then that's where that line in Plain Jane come from. I was like, Hermes Linkafita Village in Liberia. Because when I came home, that was when I just got the Lamborghini chain.
How much was that worth?
Axe Ben Baller.
Okay. Well, if we threw a number, 6 figures.
I don't like to talk about stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, Hermes Lincoln feed a village in Liberia. It was a fact. Like one of these rings could feed a village in Liberia. It'll like just do more for whatever they got going on. And I just felt like, what is all of this for? And yeah.
Yeah. I love that revelation right there, man. It makes it hard, right? Especially when you come back home and
but it was also learning, sorry to cut you, it was also learning how to balance it, right? Because we are kings and queens.
Yeah.
And you know, when I look at gold, I look at it like a precious metal now. I don't look at it like it's just something, you know, we just trying to attract
a status symbol,
flesh with, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it like this is what the Egyptians wore to attract sun and light and healing. That's what we wear gold for. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's golden pyramids. That's why they put all the gold in the pyramids.
Yeah. Ferg is here, gems and jewels. This is what happens when you leave Harlem.
Or just watch YouTube.
God whispered, take all of them chains off. Fuck, I spent $300,000 on a range for validation.
What I used to aim for.
Tried to hide the shame with the fame, y'all. Got guilt that drove a nigga insane, y'all. What's that? Survivor's remorse?
Survivor's remorse for sure.
Yeah.
I like for a long time, I just didn't understand why me, and it was so weird and uncomfortable because like I'm the first in my family to like really like go, and out of my friend group really like to just, you feel me? So yeah, it was like I couldn't take a lot of people with me for years, like, and I felt like I was having separation anxiety. Like the mob is like something we formulated, and we definitely was like homies. We linked up, but we linked up for a purpose, and the purpose was like, all right, this is what we're doing. We're gonna do the music. we're gonna take this over and do this. But before that, I have a whole nother friend group that I went to school with and like art and design with, and you know, the Lays, the Jay West, the Wands, the Carltons, you know, all of these Josh that couldn't go with me because like it wasn't enough space on the bus, and I was in the passenger side. Like I'm like just getting per diems. I couldn't even afford to take people with me. So it was like it was out of my hands. That's why in my last interview, I think it was with the Breakfast Club, I said, what I said? I said, yeah, I forgot what I said, but yeah, I just got lost in the train of thought.
That's all right. We'll get it back. Yeah. All right, through these lyrics. But you were talking about, you know, the guilt that you had, that you was the one that was making it. And then the lyric goes, tried to hide the shame with the fame, y'all. Got guilt that drove a nigga insane, y'all. Suicide became one of my main thoughts. Uber Xing bitches for a nightcap. Addicted to the pussy.
Learning how to fight that. Jogging in the dark. I had to get my sight back. Can't heal these injuries with an ice pack. Let me head to therapy and I'll be right back. I feel alive now. I'm on the right track. The song name is Alive.
Yeah. Give that a round of applause. I've never experienced those kind of thoughts, but I will say I've heard more people speak out openly about suicidal thoughts. At what point did those thoughts creep in? Because it seemed like they came at the height of your success.
I started having those thoughts during the Madman tour. And it's so funny, like, after that, my mom was like, why did you name that tour Madman Tour? It's like
spells.
I was like a mad, right, casting spells.
Casting spells.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Names is heavy. She was like, why did you name that tour the Madman Tour? And it's because I got a song with Playboy Cardi called Madman. Well, Margella Madman, that's what it's called. But yeah, that's where that came from. And yeah, it was just heavy for me. I think up until that point, I had pushed myself way too hard, and I was just trying to understand what was it all for. I was just trying to understand why I was going so hard. I would see other celebrities going super hard, but then suffering from mental illnesses and meltdowns and things like that. I remember I had a talk with Kanye on the phone, and this is when he was like turning up, like he was like meltdown central. And I was supposed to link with him in the studio, but I'm going through my own shit. So I'm like, I ain't going to link this dude right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just going to like really just activate just a bunch of other shit. You know, energy is contagious. So yeah, it was a lot of things to unpack. You got to understand, like, it was a lot of things I was trying to understand.
Yeah.
And I was tired. Like, I remember going to my ex-girlfriend, R.I.P. Tanil. That was my first. She passed away, and then I had, like, this YouTube interview that day. But my management did not, like, abort the mission. Like, we pushed it back once, and then they was like, oh, we couldn't push it back again. And I'm like, fuck an interview.
Yeah.
Like, I'm dealing with death.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Allow me to have this moment, allow me to feel. We still went on through the day, had the interviews, but I'm at the funeral. They're waiting outside of the funeral in the van for me to come back in and do the interview. But I remember just what was scary for me was I seen her whole family like crying and things like that, and I just felt like I was not there. Like I just felt like I had like a what they call it, like a disassociation. Like whereas like my body was there, but my mental is not there. And that scared the shit out of me because, you know, that's my first, like, we was together for 3 years. Her family is like my family. You know, I didn't see them in a long time, but when I seen them, you know, it hit me crazy and I just couldn't connect in an emotional way, and that shit bothered me.
Wow. I'm glad you here with us today and that therapy. Was it the therapy that helped help you get on the path you needed to be on?
I think the therapy definitely helped, for sure, and meditation. I'll say therapy and meditation and working out.
And working out? Okay. Yeah. What's your regimen like?
My regimen is like I definitely get like cardio, whether it's 30 minutes to an hour. I try to go every day. I didn't go today because it's early.
Yeah, yeah.
It rocked me. And yesterday I was up late. Like I did DJ Self like mad late. He had a party in his studio. So, but yeah, like so I usually get up. I do my routine, whether it's running, walking, and then I get a little bit of lifting, and I'm already like bulky. I don't really need too much of that. I need to get in these clothes.
Yeah. I'll be having that problem.
Exactly. You look good though. You
Thank
look
you,
like
Ferg.
like you've like been like I look at y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like the guys that come before me that take care of themselves, and I look at the skin and I look at the eyes, how white it is, and how vibrant you talk, and how like the pep in your step. I'm like, oh yeah, that's the energy like I want to have when I get his age.
Yeah, man. It could happen for you, man. Just stay the course.
Oh yeah, I got T Ferg. T Ferg is giving everybody a run for their money. So
T Ferg look good, man.
Living with my uncle, man, he put the pressure on everybody. So
I love it. Ferg is here, man. We're going to open up these phone lines, 888-742-3345. I'm going to play, let's play a song and then come back with Ferg. All right? Let's play Demons. It's a song he has called Demons. When I first saw the title, I kind of went, oh, geez, where's this going to go?
Yeah, it kind of gives you like, oh yeah, you about to be on Demon Time. Yeah. I get that. And that's why I was supposed to really be in quotations, Soul Ain't For Sale. But that title was just too long. I remember like trying to get Lil Jon on the song because I just heard him doing like ad-libs on there. Yeah. And I got like, he actually like told me, he was like, bro, I would love to, but the name, what you talking about, like it could summon spells and da-da-da-da. He just like aborted the mission. I felt him. I understand, like, people don't play with those vibes. Yeah. But what I'm saying is actually positive. I'm just talking about the demons.
Let's play it, man. Ferg is here. 888-742-3345. Demons. Ferg is here. Darol's the name of the project. Ferg, I got a caller that wants to talk to you about Demons. Okay. This particular song named Pale. Pale, go ahead, Pale.
Pale.
Yeah, what's good? What's going on, family? Long time listener. I haven't called in a minute. It's hard to get through to y'all these days, man. Y'all popping like that.
Well, hey, man. Hey, listen, it's been a long time. We've been popping.
Facts.
All
right, go ahead. What's your question?
For sure. Ferg, what's good, man? First and foremost, man, thank you for that type of song, man, because he pretty much said, Sway beat me to a lot of the stuff that I really wanted to say about it. But how do you navigate being as righteous as you are and seeing all sectors of this industry? And what advice do you have for somebody that's on the cusp of entering into this industry to try to avoid the bullshit of those demons?
I think that, like, for me, I just keep my family close as much as I can. I got a family-ran business. My uncle's my security. My mom does my accounting. My cousin is my assistant. My other aunt takes care of my house. Like, I have a family-ran business. I keep real people around that's going to tell me my breath stink. That's going to let me know things that I don't really want to hear at the time, but the truth. And, they'll watch your back.
All right, Pale, thanks for your question,
Good
man.
question.
You got the project, Pale?
Yeah, man. I stopped. What happened was I really just stopped on that record because it just grabbed me. Like I said, I'm on the cusp of something. And I'm listening to my father. He always warns me. My father's from Mount Vernon. He grew up with Heavy D, and he's just been around. So he always warned me about diving into this particular life like that. So hearing him talk about it so vividly like that, like I've been listening to Ferg since Let It Go.
Wow. Thank you.
You know what I mean? So I'm a fan. So for him putting this out there like that and being a fan of Yams and watching everybody's moves, how they doing, hearing him say that makes me open my eyes. Like, it almost questions, do I really want to do it?
Mm.
But
I feel like
I love hip hop so much.
Do it, but do it on your accord. Whatever you feel is right.
Pell, there you got the game right there, man. You're a super citizen. Keep us posted on
Yes,
it, all right?
you are. Sway in the morning.
Because we need you.
Hopefully, I'll be up there soon because I got friends. I ain't gonna put my business out there
your
like that.
friends ain't gonna help you unless you got bars, son.
It's Sway and Fred.
Oh, it ain't me. It ain't me. It's for others. It ain't me.
Oh, okay.
I don't spit.
All right. You a citizen, though, man. Go ahead and take that citizenship. Let Ty get on the line from Maryland. Ty, what up?
What up, Ty? Hey, Ty.
Yo, what's up? I just wanted to, shout out Ferg.
Yo,
man, I've been fucking with y'all, the whole mob, since, from the beginning. I remember y'all came to Fillmore, I've been rocking with y'all for a minute. I just want to speak on the whole, suicidal joint. I done been through there. I had to learn that, just knock one issue out at a time. Stop, sit back, deal with one issue at a time, 1 foot forward type, So I just want to, say I appreciate you for the song, bro. Keep doing your thing, keep hustling, man. I fuck with y'all.
Appreciate you.
My man, Ty, you a citizen, man.
A Sway in the morning.
Ferg, I gotta say, and I mean everyone in here can agree, like as soon as I hit play on the record, my attention was fully snatched by you.
Wow.
Sincerely. You. And I want to know, you're very welcome. It feels intentional that you have kind of this duality of high energy production, but then you have very vulnerable, substantial lyrics. Mm-hmm. Talk about that juxtaposition. Because sometimes when you hear what feels like a ripped page from someone's journal, sometimes the music can be like heavier, more somber, but you chose to turn it up.
Well, we all have dual personalities. Mm-hmm. We're all not one way. That's what the yin and the yang is. That's called balance. That's the kundalini. It's the male and the female energies that, go up that pole. But yeah, it's just that was me expressing that. And my friend A-Side, thank him for that, because he was like, yo, I think that you should be like super just drastic with it. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just like, you're this way, but you're also this way. Like, I'm a jiggy nigga, but I'm also conscious nigga. Mm-hmm, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could go to the strip club, but I could go to church tomorrow. Like,
right.
All of us do that. Like, strippers are getting in their car and listening to Anita Baker. Like,
while getting ready.
This is real people. Mm-hmm. This is what I want to talk to people's soul. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not talking to like the surface shit. We got enough of that. And that was the reason why it took so long to create, because I was just trying to figure out how to talk from this new place.
Yeah.
It's easy to think this way. I'm pretty sure, like, everybody's getting money. 21 Savage getting money. Future, everybody getting money. And shit is lit. Travis Scott, everybody getting money. And we're seeing new things. And we know what's making the money. But it's like, how can we unsee what we seen?
Right.
We at a height. We see things. Yeah. So we just can't ignore shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, like, how do we articulate what we see? That's what being an artist is. You could be a hustler or you could be an artist. And for me, I'm an artist.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? My art is taking what I see and making it palatable for people to digest. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody going to have the ears and the eyes to understand what I'm doing if I'm just a monk somewhere in Tibet chanting for 24 hours, not having sex, on
a mountaintop.
On a mountaintop. Like, yeah, like, what did you see on that mountaintop? Like, that's how you got to bring that back to the people. And that's what Hood Pope is about. Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm Hood, but I'm Pope.
Yeah, and that's what keeps you from becoming also like a spiritual elitist too, where you would only want to be with certain people that have your level of awareness but not come down and teach others.
Yeah, that's whack, because then like what is the point of having what is this point of the body of God we call the universe, when every person is like a blood cell? Like, this is a cell. Like, I gotta see him do good. You're a cell. I gotta make sure you're good. I gotta make sure you're good. Because if you get sick and I just watch you sick, you poor, you in the street, you ain't got no bread, and I just walk past you, Now you doing what you got to do to support your baby that's hungry. So you feel like you got to rob somebody. You got to steal. Now that's causing problems. Like a bad blood cell will cause problems in your body.
Yep.
So that's how I look at it. Is like, we got to start fixing. It ain't about like, this is ours. This is our shit. Like, this is, hip hop is ours. I don't know who owns the name hip hop, but I feel like Kool Herc or one of them niggas should own that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I kind of know.
I love what Nas is doing.
Yeah.
Like,
it ain't Herc. Let me say that. But go ahead.
But like, this is our shit. Yeah. And even if we don't own the name is just the name.
Yes.
We own the energy.
Yeah.
Yes.
We make new names. This is some new shit. Like, fuck is we talk about?
It's old shit. I heard you in an interview say that through all your accolades and your experiences, you find that hanging out in those elite crowds that she's talking about, like around folks who are already rich, can be boring.
Yeah, I'm not even just talking about like elite crowds, because I got elite friends that's actually good people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
real.
Okay.
I have elite friends that's actually like, because like, how am I even raising my vibes to even this point of seeing different things? I appreciate my friends that have more than me, that's able to pull me up and do things. So I don't want that to get misconstrued, but there is a lot of rich people that don't have swag and no energy, and they just drain your energy because they only know how to capitalize off of your energy.
Like a vampire.
Exactly.
That's interesting. Ferg is here, man. Get this man a round of applause. I love this conversation. We'll talk about... Hold up. I told this young man who's a Ferg fan that think of a question, and I'll let him get in and tell him to ask. I told him to ask something nobody's ever asked him.
Got you.
All right, this is, go ahead, tell him your name, man.
How you doing, Ferg? I'm Tyler.
There you go.
Poppin', bro.
How's everything, man? So, a question I have for you, right? And kind of bouncing off of this, how you talking about being around people that keep it real and people that are very authentic to themselves. How important is it to you to stay connected with your community in Harlem? And I ask this because when I used to work for my previous radio station, we would come through and do a street team, and I would see you walk through the streets of Harlem. So I was like, wow, it's interesting to see someone that's at such a high level still coming back and walking through the neighborhood like it's nothing. So I wanted to ask you, how important is it to stay connected with your roots in Harlem?
What street was that?
We were there by the Apollo.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Fine. Okay.
I never felt like I had to move away from where I was, like, from. Why? When you could just bring equity there. Like, I watched Dapper Dan do it. Like, he still lives in Harlem to this day. I seen Cameron in the community. I seen Jim Jones and Jewels in the community. I watched DMX go to the same barbershop I went to with his two dogs, 2 platinum albums out with a movie. And he's by himself with 2 dogs going to my barbershop, the same barbershop. I watched DMX go to my father's store. Like, so I never felt like I had to move out of where I was from to like feel like successful, or I like where I'm from. I like myself. Yeah, so.
Ferg is here, man. Good question, man. You can ask another guest later on in the year. All right. I want to ask you. My beginnings, I came into the game as an artist too. So it was I think early on, I think my partner King Tech and I what built our fortitude was we was always coming from an artist perspective. You know what I mean? So them early years, I was just trying to protect or ask questions artists would ask. There was things that I wouldn't have never wrote about as an artist that happened or that I went through. When I hear this song, Pool, and some of the things you write, I want to know why now. You know, if I reveal one of the lyrics, it says, at 10, I was drowned.
At 9, I was drowned in touch when I was in a pool.
All the breath left my body.
Where I couldn't move, violated, hand on my private by a bigger dude. Seconds felt like forever, really wasn't cool. When he see me around the block, he'd smile and laugh, as though he had a little secret, and I hated that. Thinking about that shit really made me mad. thought about murder, I really wanted to kill his ass. Told nobody except my cousin. One time he made a joke and he ain't know nothing. I asked God, why me? Let me know something. I like girls. Fuck, you thought that nigga on something? As a kid, all this guilt laid up inside of me. A couple niggas called us gay because we was designing things. I was triggered and that shit really bothered me. Toxic masculinity was building up inside of me. So I had to have women of variety. This the chip that took me out of poverty. I was running from the people and the pain, running from the guilt and the fame, trying to hide the guilt with the fame. Everybody love when it's sunny, but tell me, who gonna love me through the rain? When it's game, who shall remain? I just hope you never change.
Yeah, you chose to write about that on this project.
Yeah.
Why?
Why not?
A lot of people don't want to reveal that they were touched. You know, that's why a lot of people who were molested don't confront. As
Especially
they
men.
Especially men, and it's because it what triggered you when people thought ASAP Mob, because y'all was designing and doing all these different things, might be gay.
Yeah.
You know, so was it important for you to mention it for yourself, or maybe there's others? Because this shit happens in the hood, right? And we don't hear about it a lot.
For sure. I just got infatuated with my truth.
Beautiful statement.
I'm like, damn, that shit is lit. Like, I can't die without like giving a whole story.
Yeah.
Like, I be watching like Quincy Jones documentaries and just people who like live very full lives, and I'm like, yo, when I go, I want my shit to be lit. Like I thrive off that shit, and I want to be like, I thrive myself off being the realest nigga alive. And I used to kind of like fight with that a little bit, because I'm like, damn, the real niggas don't really get, they just do, or like, you know, the fruits and shit like that. We don't really see the real niggas winning sometimes, because there is some real niggas winning, but it could be more of us. And I just wanted to add to the real niggas that's winning.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Ferg is here. Give the man a big round of applause.
You know what I'm wondering?
Wait, before you go there, because toxic this is a subject that men don't often get a chance.
Let it sizzle.
Yeah, let it sizzle for a second. How has that impacted your relationships now? You know,
I was always in a long relationship. My last relationship was 9 years. The one before that was about 7 years. The one before that was about 5 years. The one before that was like 3 years. I've been in straight bids. Like locked down. But I also feel like that stagnated me a little bit, because I felt like I needed security. Maybe like some type of protection. And I wanted to grow. Like, I remember like laying in bed with my ex thinking like, you know, this is like a few exes ago. I was just like, man, this nigga Travis Scott is at the Migos crib. He just getting all the music done, and I'm here just laying with you.
You didn't say that out loud, did you?
In my mind, I was saying that loud.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, I gotta really pour into myself, because I'm not really tapping into who I'm meant to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really going for it. And you know, we all, you know, get roadblocks put into, you know, our way when we striving for something. So that was just one of them that I felt like, all right, I don't need to have somebody to. And then also with the game is so crazy. You know, I'm a rapper. I got everything. I can have any girl I want. I can, you know, all these things is around me. I felt like I needed something to keep me grounded, and woman did that a lot for me.
Gave you stability.
Gave me stability. I like focus. I don't like having too many options. Like, that's what I realize now, though. Like, you know, in a moment, I'm just like, oh, shit is lit. Like, you know, I got all these girls telling me I'm handsome, I look good, yo, I like your outfits. They sending pictures, da-da-da-da. But at the end of the day, it's just like, if I can't validate that for myself, then I'm going to always be chasing.
Yeah.
I wanted to stop running.
Wow. All right, I appreciate that. Ferg is here, man.
We share the same brain, Sway.
Oh.
Because that's where I was going with it, too. I think that's back on Alive when you say that. Addicted to pussy. Trying to fight that. Yep. And I think that's...
Jogging in the dark, I had to get my sight back.
Yep. And that's an addiction to lust that I think a lot of men don't even realize can be an addiction, or women as well, for a while. But when you say trying to fight that, how have you fought that? You also mentioned in other songs, and Demons actually, the algorithms. And how that can be.
I
Hell
like
yeah,
you.
absolutely. You give me something to listen to. But all of these thoughts, like, can you give us some maybe action items for those who can relate to help them ease, calm, eventually remove this addiction to lust?
I got 2 phones. Where's my other phone at?
That ain't a good sign, man. That ain't a good sign, man. I hate that.
Nah, that's a little one. It's one of these.
Okay.
It's one of these little iPhones.
Oh, okay.
So I got 2 phones. One phone. This is my social phone, and this is my phone that I call people with. I call Sway. Yo, what's poppin', Sway? I use this phone. But this phone right here only works on Wi-Fi. So I'm only on social media for a certain amount of time during the day.
Okay.
I leave this phone in the house, or like today I carry it with me because I'm doing press. But like I only could use it on Wi-Fi. So I'm not like scrolling through the street, and I'm not like just looking at ass all day, like, you feel me, on Instagram. So I'm able to actually think things through. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's one of the actions that I use.
Perfect.
And just getting around people with like minds that share the same concepts and want to have the same realities that I want to have. Yeah, that helps a lot because you are whoever you're around.
Yeah.
My man Ferg is here. So you happy with where you are right now in life?
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm talking like I came up for air. Like I be saying like artists, we talk through our art. So it's just like if you don't put out the art, then people don't know what you're talking about, and you ain't saying nothing. So it's super quiet. So I've been quiet for 4 years.
Yeah, man.
Imagine like not talking for 4 years.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I go for a run in the street. People be like, "Yo, Ferg, you ain't making music no more." That shit kills me. Like, that shit kills me. It's like, damn. That shit is like,
yeah.
You know what? And I love Bow Wow, right? But I'm gonna use him as an example, and it's not coming at him. But I remember like thinking it was too early for him to retire. Like, he might have been tired from like, cause he was in the game for a long time, like a kid. And then when I seen him do 106 and Park as a host, I felt like, damn, they're gonna count him out. I never wanted to be counted out. I never want people to look at me like, damn, you ain't making music no more? So imagine that feeling, but then having a whole Pharrell album that you created on Tuck, having a whole project that you're working on that's about to come out.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't wait, but I think this was the perfect time because it allowed me to recollect my thoughts. It allowed me to be able to articulate my thoughts. It allowed me to be able to fix my business. It allowed me to be able to buy a house, to get my license.
Yeah, man.
I never had a car.
Your driver's license?
I got my driver's license.
New Yorker.
Man, my man Ferg I'm never riding in the passenger seat, but damn it, I'm happy for you,
You
dog.
don't need that. I got my driver's license 2 years ago.
Wow.
I got my first car.
You got your first house.
Yeah. My first house. I own my house. I own my car.
Man, that's amazing, man.
Liberating.
Yeah.
Give it up for Ferg.
Congrats.
Will we ever see another mob collective project, you think? Or is everybody just...
Yeah. I feel like when everybody's old and just like, yo, what we was all tripping for, I think it's going to happen. And when everybody want that check, like, yo, let's just get this bread, man.
Let's get this mob tour going, right?
Exactly.
It'll happen. Ferg, man, it's not enough time in the day, but I want to say I'm really proud of you, brother. You know, as somebody who watched your rise and just as a fan, man, you know, fans could be proud of the people that fans of, you know, especially when you deliver like you did. This is a damn good project, man.
Yes, it is.
I appreciate it. We didn't even scratch the surface.
Yeah, y'all gotta all sit with this separately and do your own thing. And this is not an album that is just like going out and then like, all right, I'm going to the next one. Like, nah, it's gonna be like activations, listening parties, and more videos coming out on it, because this is something. This is art. Like, I had Sally, who did the orchestral arrangements on all of the James Bond movies, work throughout this album. So I got a 10-piece orchestra, and it's gonna be like a small documentary that I'm putting together about the making of this project. So stay tuned.
And
Absolutely.
you painted the cover.
Oh yeah, I painted all of the covers. Yeah, all the album cover. All of the so if you go to YouTube, you'll get to see like all of the paintings that represent the songs. So instead of like doing videos, because I know videos is like kind of like a dying art, I just put my videos on canvas.
Ooh.
Beautiful.
Ferg, man, give it up for Ferg. The new album is Darold. It's available on all platforms. Bro, I love you, man.
I love you more.
Good to see you, family.
Yes.
Come on, man.